Hey everybody, this is Patrick from Aisle 3 Productions, and today I'm here to talk about my Halloween recommendations for Halloween 2009. I have a lot of movies to get through, so we're going to go ahead and start. First I have John Carpenter's Halloween, the original 1978 version with Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasence. This is a really great movie. I feel like you can't have Halloween without watching the Halloween movies or some of the series. Just a really good solid series for the most part, but I really love the original. I also have Halloween on Blu-ray, which is up-converted to 1080p. This movie looks really good on Blu-ray, really crisp, sounds good. I definitely recommend it if you can find it. I got it at Walmart for $10. I also have it at Best Buy for $10. Next I have Halloween 2 with Donald Pleasence again and Jamie Lee Curtis. This movie picks up where the first movie leaves off at. It's not directed by John Carpenter, but him and Deborah Hill did produce it. It's a really solid Halloween movie, and I love Donald Pleasence in it. Next we have Halloween 3, and I know what a lot of you are thinking already. You're thinking, why is he holding up Halloween 3? That's a terrible movie. I don't like it, the Halloween series. And I know it has absolutely nothing to do with Michael Myers or the Halloween series. But John Carpenter did produce it, Deborah Hill, and it has John Carpenter music in it, and it is a really good Halloween movie, I feel like. Not Halloween the series, but just a Halloween movie. Tom Atkins is really good in this movie, and if you go into it with an open mind, this is a good movie, so check it out, give it a chance. Next we have Phantasm. Phantasm, one of my all-time favorite horror movies, directed by Don Coscarelli, with Agnes Scrim as the tall man, Reggie Bannister, Michael Baldwin. I love this movie. The balls and the tall man. This is a really great, solid horror series and film. I definitely recommend it on Halloween or around Halloween. I used to have the bootleg to this. Now I have the real version because it came out on official release. Universal released it. It's Don Coscarelli's Phantasm 2. It says The Ball is Back with Agnes Scrim, Reggie Bannister, and James LeGros. Yeah, because Michael Baldwin didn't come back for this one. But this is a really good sequel, considered one of the best horror sequels of all time, and I would definitely check out Phantasm 2. Love it. Next, we have my all-time favorite horror film of all time. Just love this movie. The Shining, Stanley Kubrick's, that Stephen King wrote with Jack Nicklaus and Shelley Duvall. This is just a great, great movie that I would recommend to anybody who loves horror films. I watch this movie 2, 3, 4 times a year, and I would watch it more, but I try not to wear it out. I also have The Shining in Blu-ray. Great movie. Looks good. Not the best on Blu-ray, but still does look really good. Check it out if you just have to have the Blu-ray for The Shining. Next we have The Exorcist, which is Linda Blair's little girl in it. This is the version you've never seen, I guess, until you've actually seen this version. I don't know. The Exorcist is just a scary movie. It's a movie that will just scare the hell out of you, so I feel like it's a movie you need to see around Halloween. Next we have Candyman. Clive Barker wrote this movie. It stars Tony Todd and Virginia Madsen. A really good urban legend about this figure called the Candyman. This movie scared me as a kid. To this day I still won't say Candyman 5 times in the mirror, so Candyman definitely one to check out around Halloween. Next we have Clive Barker's HellRaiser. This is the first movie directed, and he also wrote this. It has Pinhead and the Cenobites in it. This is the best by far out of the HellRaiser series. I love this movie. I think everyone should see it once. It's a good Halloween, good horror movie, so HellRaiser, check it out. Next we have Suspiria, directed by Dario Argento. I love this movie. I feel like this is his masterpiece, my favorite of his. I feel like what The Shining is to American cinema, this is to Italian. So definitely check this out. It has great music and it just has a great feel. The Goblins do the music in this, same people did Dawn of the Dead, the original. But Dario Argento's Suspiria, this is the 2-disc version right here. Check this movie out. Great movie. Next we have Nightmare on Elm Street, which everybody knows about, directed by Wes Craven. The remake is coming out in 2010 now. Johnny Depp's also in this, with Freddy Krueger and Robert Englund. just a good movie. Reminds me a lot of like being scared as a kid and stuff, Freddy Krueger, so I always check out Nightmare on Elm Street around Halloween time. Next we have Friday the 13th, directed by Sean S. Cunningham. Kevin Bacon's also in this. This is the original. I love this movie. It has Jason Voorhees and Jason Voorhees' mother in it and stuff. Just has a really good feel to it. I always think of Camp Crystal Lake around Halloween time. Next we have Amityville Horror, which has James Brolin, Josh Brolin's dad, and Margot Kidder in here. This movie, the music in it always just creeps me out and freaks me out when I was a kid. We used to watch this all the time. My dad always loved this movie. It has very minimalistic and simple effects in here, but they work really good. Next we have Stephen King's Children of the Corn, which is a really good Halloween movie. The farming and like the fields and stuff, all that reminds me of like fall and Halloween and stuff. And this is just like a creepy movie in a lot of ways. Linda Hamilton's good in this. Children of the Corn, another one to check out. Next we have George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead, which I feel like is his masterpiece. This and Day are my favorite out of the Dead series. I find a reason any time of the year just to watch zombie films, and this is a good time to watch Dawn of the Dead. I love this movie. Definitely check out the original Dawn of the Dead. Next we have Return of the Living Dead, directed by Dan O'Bannon. This is a good 80s zombie film. Has a lot of really good scenes there at the first that I just really love. But I would definitely check this out. This is the old case here, as you can tell. But definitely a good movie to check around Halloween. Next we have Creepshow, which is 5 short stories. It's an anthology. Directed by George A. Romero, written by Stephen King. I really like 3 of these stories a whole lot. I always check this out. The anthologies just always give you a real good Halloween feel. Next we have Creepshow 2, which is based off some of the short stories off of Stephen King again. This one only has 3 stories in it. I really like 2 of them. I like The Raft and I like The Hitchhiker a lot. I would definitely check these out. Next we have Tales from the Crypt, which is a good Halloween or kind of like anthology and stuff like that. But I'd check out any of the 8 seasons. I have the first one right here, which is one of my favorite seasons out of it, but check out any of them. Next we have Are You Afraid of the Dark, Season 1. I always felt like this was a scarier show than Goosebumps that Nickelodeon put out. And you can get this from Canada. It's the only way you can get it on Amazon or eBay from iNet Videos, I think. But check out the Are You Afraid of the Dark. They're really good. Next we have Neon Maniacs. It's an 80s film with a bunch of monsters and stuff. Cool 80s film. I really do like the monsters and like their makeup effects and stuff in this movie. Next we have Nightbreed. This is another Clive Barker film. The monsters in this are really cool too, a lot like Neon Maniacs. They have really cool effects and like makeup effects. I really like them in this movie. Okay, next we have The Changeling, which is, it's not the Clint Eastwood movie. This is another movie. This is a ghost story with George C. Scott in it. You can find this movie cheap online. A really scary ghost story with very minimalistic effects again that just kind of gets to you and picks at your skin. So next we have John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness. A good story about good and evil. It really makes you think, and just this movie can kind of just creep you out at times. But I like this movie a lot, and people just don't talk about it enough. Next we have The Brood, which is just a bizarre film directed by David Cronenberg. Very good horror film. A lot of people haven't seen this, and this is a really good horror film. Watch around Halloween. Next we have Child's Play, which is Chucky, of course. Everybody knows about this. The remake, I think, is coming out in 2010. But Chucky as a kid freaked me out. I was always afraid of dolls and good guy dolls because of him. But definitely check out Child's Play. Next we have Quarantine with Jennifer Carpenter in it. I love this movie. I saw it in theaters and it looks great on Blu-ray, and I watch it year round. I love this movie. Also, you can watch REC, which is the original, what Quarantine was based off of. It's the Spanish version. This is good now. They're carrying it in Best Buy, so you can pick this up too. Next we have Ernest Scared Stupid, Ernest P. Worrell, Halloween, Trolls, Slime, and what more do you have to ask for right there? Great Halloween film. Love this as a kid. Well, thank you guys for watching. This was my Halloween recommendations. Hope you all have a great Halloween. Peace.